One of the problems with being a modern recordist, as we all are when we run Pro Tools, is that sometimes you have to stop being a creative person to be a technical person. And that can be more of a drag than we all realize because it takes us out of the creative moment while we're trying to do data management tasks or do mixing or all sorts of other things. So there are some features and some upgrades in Pro Tools 8 that allow us to spend more time being creative and less time being technical people. So what I want to do in this little segment is do a little guitar pass and show you some new features in Pro Tools 8 that may help with your problems as well. So let's check it out. We're going to move to Pro Tools. So in Pro Tools 8, we gave you a number of new features and views that you can use to look at data a number of different ways. So for instance, there is a new playlist view inside of the waveform area, right here on the track. And you can see that what's happened is I have a playlist that is associated with this track I'm about to record on already, and it's splayed out in an indented fashion on the left-hand side of the screen to show you that it's owned by the track above it. And one other important little preference to set, look in Preferences, there is a new preference for automatically creating new playlists when loop recording. So very, very important because it allows me to see all of my work afterwards without having to go search for it. It's a lot easier to use than it used to be. Way cool. So the tune we're using actually is an amalgam of a bunch of the free loops that you get with Pro Tools 8, along with a bass line that I played and a little DB33 organ line that I played. So the tune we're going to be working with is this. So basically we've got some elements there, it's kind of a funky tune, and we're going to try to go through here really quickly and lay down some guitar. Now, to do that, I'm going to use the 11 rack, because of course that is my audio interface for this. So if I pull this up, you'll see what I've got running in here. So I've got a little deluxe, and I've got a compressor on here as well. So if I just record enable that track, which it is, you'll see I've got cool, makes sense. So what I want to do is do a loop record pass. But because Pro Tools 8 has been upgraded, you now have the ability to split all this stuff out and look at it afterwards. So I'm going to literally stick Pro Tools into record. I'm going to give myself a little 1-bar count off and 8-bar loop. So I'm going to play some funky R&B kind of guitar stuff, but I want to try out a couple different ideas and then sift through them later. So Pro Tools is going to allow me to do that. So I've got loop record on, I've got a 1-bar count in, I've got my little funky sound. Let's do it. All right, so easy as pie. We have 3 takes there, along with the previous take that existed, and you can see it's twice as long. So there has to be a way to sift through these takes and hear those different elements easily, and we added some new features in Pro Tools 8 as well to help you with that. So now, no matter where you are in Pro Tools, as long as the cursor is in the track, Shift-S will solo that track, Shift-R will record enable that track, Shift-M will mute that track, and if you're an HD user, Shift-I will input enable that track. So you can move back and forth simply by using the P and the colon keys. So here's the first track I played. Shift-S to solo it. Kind of cameo, it's good. Next one. And finally, the last one that I played is this one. So now I have a bunch of different ideas I can choose from to try to make my comped track. So I've got the first pass that I did. I kind of like the first thing that I played. So I'm just going to select that. You'll see there's a little arrow key over here in the UI, and that means promote to main playlist. So if I just select that, you immediately see that audio jump up into the main playlist window. And I can do the same thing from the other track simply by saying Control-Option-V. Now you'll notice that it's not making edits in my source tracks. That's great because it doesn't add any new names to anything. You're literally just taking the data that exists in the track and punching it up into the last section. So now I have that amalgam. I'm going to duplicate it out. So now I have an 8-bar phrase. And here is our comp, quick and easy as pie. The main thing to get out of all this is that there are a number of new features inside of Pro Tools 8 that are designed to help you stay in the moment, stay creative, so you can make music and be less of a tech guy. So I'll see you guys on the flip side. Thanks a lot.